we will be doing today Psyche and Cupid. I am Zeus and Sister 1.
I'm Aphrodite and Sister 2.
I'm Psyche. I'm Cupid.
I'm Aunt, Apollo, and Reed.
When Psyche was born, everybody adored her. Her parents, she was so cute, and there were a few people that didn't like her. Her sisters. What she got that I haven't? I'm way more sophisticated and elegant.
And what about me? I don't deserve to be in the shadow of our little sister. What makes her think she's so great?
But Psyche didn't have a slow head from all the attention.
Why don't all these boys have to chase me around? I can't even go down to the well without 10 of them chasing me.
Everybody couldn't have agreed more with Psyche's wish. She knew the men following Psyche around had forgotten about her and her need for worship.
If there's one thing I can't stand, it's a human who's competing with the gods. Where's that son of mine?
I'm right here, Mom. May I say, you look stunning today.
Don't try to butter me up. I've got a job for you. Shoot one of your little magic arrows into Psyche and make her fall in love with the tree or rock or a stump. That'll teach her a lesson.
Whatever you say, Mom. I'll be back in 2 shakes with Pegasus' tail.
But when Cupid flew off to Psyche's home, he discovered how beautiful she was.
She's even prettier than... No, I shouldn't. I wonder... No, I shouldn't shoot her. I'll just bring my cigarette back home.
Well, as Cupid was going to put the arrow away, he accidentally shot his foot and fell in love with the first person he saw, which was the beautiful Psyche. So the two lived happily ever after, but one problem. Cupid would not let Psyche see him, and Psyche wanted to see her family.
Are you happy, sweet Psyche? Yes, everything is quite lovely, but...
But what? Let me know what's wrong. I promise I'll fix it.
I want to see my sisters again. Could they visit me here?
No, they'll ask too many questions.
But you've already promised. Is your word meaningless?
All right, they can come, but don't tell them about me.
It was arranged. They came. Psyche, we thought you might be dead. And kind of cold. But look at you living in this palace. Your husband must be one rich guy.
Tell all, Psyche. But where is your husband? Does that monster mistreat you? He's not a monster. He's a young prince. He's away visiting his father on an important business trip.
Look at all these jewels. What kind of collection?
Oh, my husband's been collecting jewels for years. Right now he's on an expedition to buy... I thought you said that he was a young prince visiting his dad. Well, sort of. Collecting jewels is his hobby, when he's not busy being a prince.
Her sisters knew that she was not telling the truth, so they insisted on the truth.
I don't know the truth exactly. I know my husband is generous and kind, but I've never seen him.
What? You've never seen him?
I wish that I could say that about my husband. He won't show himself to me during the day. He says that he shouldn't worry about appearance.
Listen, sister. Who's to say you're not married to a bloodthirsty monster? He could eat you alive at any moment. make sure you have a dagger in your hand. He might try to catch you. That night, Psyche did as her older sister suggested. She tiptoed over to her husband, got her dagger ready, and raised the lighted lamp over him. Psyche.
Where am I? Hello? Anyone home? Can someone tell me whose house this is?
Her hand started shaking. The dagger fell from her trembling fingers, and a drop of hot lamp oil splashed onto Cupid's shoulder. That was some alarm clock.
So you didn't listen to me. Well, now that you've seen me, goodbye.
No, wait, please.
In the flash, Cupid and the house were gone. Psyche found herself sitting in an empty field, bawling her head off. Psyche wasn't the sort of person to sit around and feel sorry for herself. She searched high and low for Cupid and finally learned that he had gone back to live at his mother's house. Psyche dreaded having to speak with the great goddess of beauty, but in the end, she went to the temple of Aphrodite to plead for Cupid's return.
Well, look who it is. Don't you think you've caused enough trouble? Please, guys, tell me where I can find my husband. I've got him locked up safe and sound so he can recover from that nasty burn you gave him. You're not good enough to be my son's bride anyway. Please don't talk to me like that. Are you willing to take a few tests to see if you deserve him? Yes. Fine, here's the first test.
Aphrodite picked up 3 huge bags, each filled with a different kind of grain, and dumped them all on the ground.
Now pick up each piece of grain and put it back in the bag where it came from. And you have all the grains picked up by sundown. Got it?
Oh no, I'll never be able to get that all done. I'll never get Cupid back.
Just then a little ant came out of nowhere.
Come on, fellow ants, let's take a picture and then help out this poor creature.
The ants swarmed over the pile of grain, little by little, grain by grain. It all disappeared gradually.
So you did okay on your easy test. There's more? Of course. See, way over here, those lovely gold sheep. You want to go collect them from the pure gold wool and bring them back to me. Just don't get too badly gored by their wicked horns while you're out there.
Psyche set out at once toward the sheep's meadow, scissors in her hand. She was about to chase a lamb when she heard a little voice.
Don't try it, kid.
Who said that?
Me, down here, sticking out of the water right by your foot.
A reed?
You know that tall grass that loves the shallow water? That's me.
Now a piece of grass is telling me what I should do.
Those golden sheep will tear you apart in a second if you try to go near them.
Then how am I supposed to get some of their wool?
They've been running through some rumbles when they were sleeping. Run up to those thorn bushes and collect the bits of wool they've left hanging there. You'll get your wool throughout getting stuck.
Thanks for the tip. I'll be more careful about where I walk from now on.
Aphrodite was furious when Psyche returned with golden wool. She gave the young beauty more horrible tasks to complete, but each time some plant or animal helped her out. And then Aphrodite gave her an empty box.
Here's your final task. Take this box down to the queen of the underworld and bring back some of her beauty.
Persephone, as you may know, is the queen of the underworld, the place where all the dead go. It's not a place for live people, that's for sure. Well, Psyche managed to get by all the fierce and terrible guards down there and into the court of the queen. She even convinced the queen to give up some of her beauty. Then the trouble started.
I wonder what Persephone's beauty secret is. Maybe it could help me, since these horrible assignments from Aphrodite have been really hard on my skin.
She opened the box just a peep. Instantly, a foul, powerful wind rushed out of the crack and into her face.
Help! Help! I can't breathe!
She fell to the ground, overpowered by the fumes that began forcing her back toward the underworld. For good. Luckily, Cupid appeared just at that moment.
My mother knows how to lock a door, but she sure always forgets how to lock the window. Psyche, I'm coming.
He raced over to his bride, closed the dangerous box, and revived Psyche with his special godly powers.
Just what has my mother been making you do?
It's a long story.
When Cupid heard how Psyche had worked to win him back, his love for her grew deeper than ever. As soon as he could, he brought her up to meet Zeus and asked a special favor.
O King of the Gods, please make my bride a god like the rest of us. I want her to not be my only bride, but also my partner. She can help me with all the young lovers out there in the world.
So I said, so be it, and gave Psyche a golden cup full of nectar, our special drink here on Mount Olympus. As soon as she took a sip, she became a goddess. That evening, Olympus thundered and shook as we danced the night away. Even Aphrodite, who could hardly object to her son marrying another god, came and danced at the feast. Oh yeah, one last thing. They got divorced.
It